Alright, so right now with me, I have a player who does not need to be introduced really. If you play on Voobly, you should know who he is. If you ever look at the top scores, you should know who he is. Right now with us, we have TheViper. Alright, so when did you first get the game?
I think I got the first, at least I tried the game first around 2001, 2002, because my dad had bought the game. He's had the game since Age of Empires 1, so
So you got
I
into
just
it through
tried
your
it.
dad then?
Yeah,
Well, that's
he's my
always good.
inspiration.
Yeah. So when did you first start playing it online then?
Well, I saw my dad playing online and it looked really fun, so of course I had to try it as well. It will probably be around the same time.
Yeah, that's good then. So you pretty much just went straight from picking it up to straight onto actually playing it online then.
Yeah.
Alright, so in that then, how long do you think you've actually been playing? Since like 2001, 2002 then?
Well, I never really understood the game complete at that time because I was like 10 or 11 years old, so
Yeah, I
I
can
had a long
understand.
break yeah, after that, and I saw my dad doing some work on AOC Zone around Christmas. He's a PK set, he's the owner of AOC Zone.
Oh, that's cool.
And yeah, and after that I just realized, that game used to be fun. So around the Christmas 2009 is when I started to play for real.
And that's, I guess, when your rank started to fly, I guess, really?
Well, yeah,
Because you actually got everything behind the game and how it actually, the mechanics worked.
yeah, exactly.
Alright, so just jumping a bit off topic quickly. The profile pitch that we've all known to, like, love pretty much and just see death in its wake. Randy Orton, is there any story behind that?
Well, it's basically just my brother is a big WWE fan, and I used to watch them as well before.
Yep.
And when I started playing, I needed a nickname, and Randy Orton was my favorite at that time, and he went by the nickname TheViper, so that's
So
where it
that all
came
ties
from.
in there.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. So, in saying how long you've been playing for, how long do you think it took since when you first really started playing online, which was 2009? How long do you think it actually took to get all the mechanics and things going so you could jump up to be one of the best players around at the moment?
It took quite a long time actually. About yeah, probably around the WCL7 was when I first made the big jump.
So that was pretty
So I was
recent
always,
then.
yeah, it actually was.
Yeah, that's more recent than I would have guessed, honestly. And going off there, was there any players that particularly helped you get along the way there?
Well, as we practiced for WCL7, I got to play every day with Jordan, Reed, and Duggo, and it was awesome. I picked up tricks all the way, learned new things every day, and I just trained hard, and it paid off.
So really there, I guess the best advice there is if you can get help, take it and play a lot.
Yeah, definitely.
Alright. Well, you know when you hit random in a civilization game, and everyone hits
Yeah.
random, are you secretly ever hoping to get one civilization?
Well, of course, everyone has their favorite, but I'm more like I like a lot of sips, but there are some sips I try to avoid.
What are those
It's
particular ones? Of
well,
course, if you don't mind telling us.
yeah, it's a very situational actually. If it's a map like Arabia, I would always want to avoid the Koreans and Saracens and Japanese.
Yeah,
But
I
then
can see
again,
that.
all three of them are quite good on water, so
Yeah,
it's
I guess it really
basically
depends on the map.
yeah, really. But Huns and Mayans are definitely my favorite civs.
Alright, so in hearing that then I'd take it your favourite civilization to rush with them would be the Huns.
Definitely.
Definitely. It just
Yeah.
seems like really the standard at the moment for rushing.
Well, yeah, they're very easy to play with. It's easy to keep the flow up going, and yeah, you don't have to build houses, so that goes without saying.
Yeah, no
It's easy to
accidentally.
keep everything going.
Yeah, not blocking yourself.
Yeah.
So in saying that, what do you think your worst moment in the game history has been?
That was definitely the day we lost against Tyrant in WCL7.
Oh, that would have.
Yeah,
Oh, I bet you that
yeah,
would
that
have killed you.
hurt. We were so disappointed. We had huge hope that we would win the whole thing, so
Yeah,
it
I've
was a
seen
big
most of the
loss.
games through it, and you guys were playing pretty well.
Yeah, we thought we had it after we won against CSC 5-2. Obviously, we didn't.
Yeah, it was still some good games came out of it though.
Yeah, it really was. Always fun.
Yeah, that's the idea behind it. It doesn't really get old. There's always new people out there to play against and new strategies
Yeah,
being developed, I guess.
exactly.
So, do you think you're still getting better at the game, or do you think there's a point where you're just really, really good and that's it? Or do you think every player is still getting better, even though like Doubt and Jordan, yourself, always getting better? Or do you think you've hit like a peak there?
Well, that's a hard question, actually.
I thought it would be.
I yeah, I definitely think I'm still getting better. I still get those moments where you realize a big mistake you keep doing, or just something you got to work on, or a way to set up your hotkeys so they're more efficient, or just things like that. So I think the peak actually has a lot to do with how much time you have to spend on a game.
In
It
that
goes
there,
without
then,
saying.
talking about
What?
hotkeys, when you're talking
Yeah,
about hotkeys, how important do you actually think they are to the game when you're getting up there as a player?
they
Very
are
important?
very, yeah, very, very important. In a
Alright.
high level game, details everything.
Every second.
So yeah, every second, every move, it all has to count.
Alright. So, what do you think the longest game you've ever played is?
I really can't remember that, but I suppose it would be the time I was actually playing some land mode free for all. I think those used to last like 3 or 4 hours, so that's
So,
probably the
how
longest.
would you set up for that then? Would you have food and drink around you, or would you go grab something while playing?
Well, normally I prepare. I hate having not having anything to drink while playing, so
Yeah, I know the
usually I
feeling.
have a glass of soda or water next to me. So I hate doing pauses in the game because you can delay 7 lives of other people. So
Yeah. So off that then, in games like that, do you ever need to go to the toilet? I know that sounds weird, but do you ever have to run off in the middle of a game?
well, I try to get it done between the games, but of course there are times when you just have to go.
Alright, I just had to ask that because I wanted to know how that was done, because I've come across that a lot before. You know, you're just sitting there holding it. You're like, can I run off and get it done in time?
Been there, done that.
So I think you've got another account called Justin D. Bieber. Is that correct?
Yes, I
Or
do.
so
Yeah,
what
that's
inspired
correct.
that then?
Me, Sletten, and some Chinese guy had a clan named Beliebers before. It was yeah, it was all just for fun, really. But I used a nickname there named Never Say Never, and that was one of his songs. And then after some time, I got interviewed by this guy Adolf MV
Yeah.
on AOZ Zone, and people told me I looked like Justin Bieber, so
So
the
did you take
nickname
that as a
came
compliment,
naturally.
or?
Well, it depends, really. A lot of people hate him, a lot of people love him. All the chicks love him, so yeah, I'll take it as a compliment.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
So, last question that I've really been wanting to see. We've seen a game between you and Dowd. It would have been, what, really late last year. When are we going to see another one now that you're flying up? How long until we see a good 1v1, just you and Dowd going out all for it?
Hopefully tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Well, well, for my part, tomorrow works fine.
Well,
He's
that's...
very inactive these days, so it's really up to him. Whenever he's ready to play, I'll be there. I'm always scouting for top games against top players every day on Boobly, so it's really all up to him.
Well, there we go, Dowd. The challenge is there.
Yeah.
Alright, well, I look forward to seeing that game. It should be a really good game. So,
Yeah,
thanks for taking some time out to talk to me, and thanks so much for making it so easy.
no problem.
Alright, well,
Thanks for having me.
it's no problem. Probably put a game of you owning someone up in the background, so should be good to watch. I'll naturally
Yeah, that's
send you a
nice.
link as soon as it comes up.
Yeah,
Alright, so
thank
thanks
you.
for your time.
Yes, no problem.